Boys, we have discussed the concept of locus in previous class, and we have also discussed the steps which are to be followed for finding the locus of a moving point. And in that steps, we have discussed that in step 1, you have to take the point as PHK, then you have to apply the condition, and then you have to generalize the result. These 3 steps you have to follow, generalize the result. And these 3 steps you have to follow for finding the locus of a moving point. And today we will try to solve few interesting problems based on that locus. Boys, let us take a problem on locus. Say a point moves such that it forms a triangle of area 12 square units with the two fixed points minus 3, 2 and 7, 5. Find its locus. Find its locus. Now, boys, we will try to solve this problem. As per given condition, we have a point which is moving, and these two are the fixed points. The two fixed points, a point is moving and it moves in such a manner that it will form a triangle with these 2 points. And the area of this triangle is 12 square units. Now, this point moves. What about the locus of this point? Try to understand. We will solve the problem later on. We will try to understand the actual meaning of the problem. You see, here suppose this is the position of a moving point at any instant. Now, we know in class 9 and 10 you have done that triangles between same parallels on the same base are equal in area. So, if we draw a line parallel to AB here, if we draw a line, and if we choose several positions of P, then whatever be the position of P, if we try to draw a triangle with each and every position, the area of the triangle is always 12 square units, because all these triangles are equal in area. Similarly, this may be the position of P. Again, there may be the position of P in this direction. That if we draw a line which is parallel to here in this direction, and if this is the position of point P, then the area of this triangle be 12 square units. And similarly, if point P moves on this line, say it takes this position, then this triangle has area again 12 square units. Again, if the position of the point P is this one, the area of triangle is 12 square units. So, whatever be the position of P on these two parallel lines, the area of triangle formed will be 12 square units. So, what about the locus? The locus is a line which is parallel to the line joining A and B, which are the two fixed points. And that line parallel to this may be in this direction or maybe in this direction. So, this locus is represented by 2 lines. Not a single locus is here. Now, we will try to evaluate these 2 locus and to evaluate these two locus, it stands for that we have to derive the equation of this line as well as equation of this line. Now, we have to follow the steps which I have told you in previous video. So, we have to follow those steps. Boys, if you are unable to understand the steps, please watch the previous video. Now, here we will start solving this problem. Let solution, let P HK be the position of a moving point satisfying the given condition. Let A is equal to minus 3, 2, B is equal to 7, 5. Therefore, by sum, area of triangle PAB is equal to 12 square units. Now boys, we have discussed how to find the area of a triangle. Now, in order to understand this method for finding the area, you have to watch my previous videos. So, you just watch it and there you will find the rule which I am applying here. Now, we will try to find out the area. Therefore, half mod, you have to put modulus for finding the area, and these 3 points should be written one by one. That is minus 3, 2, then 7, 5, and then the third one is HK, which we have taken. Once more we have to write minus 3, 2. Now in the bracket what we have to do? In the first bracket we have to multiply these things. So minus 15 plus 7K plus 2H minus, in the second bracket you have to multiply this. So what happens? Minus 3K plus 5H and plus 14. Bracket closed, modulus closed. Now after doing this, we have to equate this area. This is equal to 12 square units is equal to 12. Now boys, you can take this 2 to right hand side. What happens? Therefore modulus, open this bracket, minus 15 plus 7K plus 2H plus 3K minus 5H plus minus 14, modulus closed, is equal to 24. This thing you will get. Again, we will try to simplify this result. What you will get, you see here. That is mod. Here you are getting 2H and minus 5H. That is minus 3H. Then this thing we have done 7K, 3K. So plus 10K. This thing we have done, and the remaining minus 15 and minus 14, that is minus 29. Mod closed is equal to 24. Now here there is a problem. What kind of problem? Was, remember that a rule which I am trying to write here, we will discuss in the branch algebra of mathematics. We will discuss there, but try to understand a simple rule. Say if mod x is equal to a. Now if you want to find this, want to omit this modulus sign, for that you have to consider the two cases, that when x is greater or equal to 0 or x is less than 0. If x is positive, there is no need of modulus here. Then in this case it becomes x. And if x is negative, here if we want to omit this modulus sign, we have to write it as minus x. The two different expansions of modulus you have to write under two conditions. But don't worry, we don't have to apply this rule here. we can write it directly using our positive and negative concepts simultaneously. That whenever you are getting this type of equation, you can write, though it is not correct, but you can write, therefore, minus 3h plus 10k minus 29 is equal to plus minus 24. Why plus minus 24? That this modulus has value 24. So this value is equal to plus 24 or minus 24 depending on x. If x is positive, then x is equal to 24. If x is negative, then minus x is equal to 24, and it implies that x is equal to minus 24. X is equal to minus 24. So that's why we can write this step directly. Now from here, we will try to bifurcate our steps. That case 1, minus 3h plus 10k minus 29 is equal to 24. We can take all the term to one side. Minus 3h plus 10k, and then here it becomes minus 53 is equal to 0. Therefore, equation to the locus is, what about the equation to the locus? In the place of h we have to write x, and the place of k we have to write y. So we have locus as minus 3x plus 10y and minus 53 is equal to 0, and further we can multiply both sides with minus sign, and result will be 3x minus 10y plus 53 is equal to 0. So this is your first locus under this condition. Now if we take the minus sign, then once more we have the equation to the locus. How? The case 2. That here you just change it as case 2. Here you will get minus 24, and from here you are getting minus 5. You will get minus 5 because minus 29, and then this becomes plus 24, it becomes minus 5, and therefore equation to the locus, it will become minus 3x plus 10y minus 5 is equal to 0. Further you can multiply both sides with minus sign, you will get 3x minus 10y plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is your second equation to the locus. Now we have two kinds of locus here, and these two kinds we have explained already. Now let us take one more problem. Suppose we have two fixed points A and B as here. Let plus minus root a square minus b square comma 0 be the two fixed points. A point moves such that sum of its distances from these two fixed points be always 2a units. Find the equation to the locus of moving point. So this problem we will try to discuss here. Now what this problem stands for? We have two fixed points. If you draw two axes, you will find that we have the first point as plus root a square minus b square comma 0. Here it is mentioned that a is greater than b. Remember it always. Otherwise, if a becomes smaller than b, then this number it becomes imaginary. It becomes a complex number. So that's why we are not discussing the case where a is less than b. A is always greater than b. Now, if this is a point plus root a square minus b square comma 0, so it lies somewhere here. That is plus root a square minus b square comma 0. And if the same point is here with minus root a square minus b square comma 0. So the same distance you have to take in this direction, that is minus root a square minus b square comma 0. Now there is a point. Say this point may be anywhere on this Cartesian space. Say this is the position of the point PHK. Now the sum of distances. Say this point is A, this point is B. So if we find the distance PA, then if we find the distance PB, PA plus PB, the sum of distances from these two fixed points be always 2A units. This PA plus PB is equal to 2A. And now we have to derive the equation to the locus of the moving point. Now how to solve this problem? Let us see, boys. Let P, HK, we will start with our states which we have discussed earlier. Let P, HK be the position of a moving point at any instant satisfying the given conditions. Now if you draw this picture, it becomes easier for you to write directly here, that is PA plus PB is equal to 2A. You can write it directly. Then there is no need to explain A and B. So if you draw this picture, you can write it directly. PA plus PB is equal to 2. Number 1. Now boys, we have to find this distance PA. So for this we have to apply the distance formula. Now before applying this distance formula, we will try to let this number a square minus b square as a small number. Say let c square is equal to a square minus b square. Therefore, PA is equal to this distance. Say if it is c square, then this point will be minus c comma 0 and this point will be c comma 0 further. So we will have a relax with this radical sign if we assume this a square minus b square as c square. So we have taken this in while solving the problems further. If there is need to put down the value of c square, we can put it as a square minus b square. That will depend on us. So now PA is equal to what? We can apply this PA distance, that is root over what? H minus c whole square plus k minus 0 whole square. This is PA. What about PB? That is root over H plus c whole square plus k minus 0 whole square. This is PB. PA, PB. Now PA plus PB is equal to 2A. This condition is given to you. So we will try to put this condition in 1. Therefore from 1, we have root over H minus c whole square plus k square. Why k square? K minus 0 is k. Plus root over H plus c whole square plus k square is equal to 2A. This thing is given to you, that this value is 2A. Now we will omit all these things here. Now we have to simplify this result, and after simplifying this result, what we will get, that equation containing x and y will represent the locus of the moving point. Now what to do? We will try to shift one term to right hand side, because these in left hand side the two terms contains the radical sign. So if these two terms contains the radical sign, we have to omit this radical sign, and whenever this condition, this type of condition exists, always try to shift one to right hand side. So what happens? Root over h minus c whole square plus k square is equal to 2a minus root over h plus c whole square plus k square. So this result you will get. Now, squaring both sides, if you take the help of squaring, what you will get? If you square this, you will get h minus c whole square plus k square is equal to, this one is of the form a minus b whole square. So, this should be a square plus b square minus 2ab. So, this result you have to apply here. Common mistake done by boys, that whenever they are trying to square this, they have simply 2a whole square and then minus this whole square. That is a mistake. Remember it. It is of the form a minus b. So you have to write it as a square minus 2ab plus b square. So what happens? 2a whole square plus, that is h plus c whole square plus k square, and then minus 2 into 2a into root over h plus c whole square plus k square. As you can watch here that it is of the form a square plus b square and then minus 2ab. Now open these squares. What happens? H square minus 2ch plus c square plus k square is equal to, it becomes 4a square plus h square plus c square plus 2ch plus k square minus 4a root over h plus c whole square then plus k square. This result you will get. Now try to cancel the similar terms on both sides. Now what are the similar terms you see here? H square. So here we have h square. C square. Here we have c square. Again k square. Yes, here we have k square. So the similar terms will cancel out. Now the term without radical sign should be kept in one side. So without radical sign, this is the term, this one is the term. The two terms are there. So you should keep it here. So what happens? Therefore, minus 2ch minus 4a square minus 2ch is equal to minus 4a root and then h plus c whole square and then plus k square. So this result you will get after shifting the term which do not contain radical sign to left hand side. Now minus 2ch and minus 2ch, it becomes minus 4ch, then minus 4a square is equal to minus 4a root over h plus c whole square plus k square. So this result you will get. After getting this result, you can take minus 4 common to left hand side. So if you take minus 4 common, you will get ch minus a square in left hand side, and then in right hand side you will write minus 4a root over h plus c whole square plus k square. Boys, once more you can cancel this 4 to 4 and thus this minus sign with minus sign. So what happens? We have ch minus a square. I am writing here that ch minus a square, this value is equal to, that is a root h plus c whole square then plus k square. So this result you will get. Now again we have radical sign. Again we take the help of squaring. What we will get? You see here. Then from here again take the help of squaring. What happens? ch minus a square whole square is equal to a square in the bracket h plus c whole square plus k square. And you have to write it by squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. We have taken. Now what happens? Here open this square. It becomes c square h square plus a power 4 minus 2 CHA square is equal to. Now what you will get here? Here you are getting, now in the bracket, sorry boys, in the bracket we will get CH plus A square. What we have done earlier, here there was a mistake. It becomes plus. Why plus? Because here what we have done, that is, if you have taken common minus 4, it becomes CH plus A square. So that mistake we have done in writing. So it should be plus A square. Remember it. Now here we have plus, here we have, that is plus 2CHA square. Now is equal to A square. Again open this bracket. What happens? H square plus 2CH plus C square and then plus K square. So we have corrected this mistake. Was you can easily understand that in previous steps what we have taken minus 4 common, then in that case we should have 4CH plus A square. You must keep it in mind. Now what happens here? You can write, open this bracket, right hand side also, C square H square plus A power 4 plus 2CHA square is equal to A square H square plus 2CHA square plus C square A square plus A square K square. This result you will get. Now what happens? You see, from here the similar terms from both sides will cancel out. This 2CHA square cancels out with this 2CHA square. Again, we have to consider the term containing H square to one side and term containing K square to the same side and rest term to another side. Here you see, we have A power 4 and here we have C square A square. We should try to keep it in one side. So what happens? A power 4 minus C square A square. We have tried to keep these two terms in one side and rest terms should be kept in another side. What happens? A square H square plus A square K square and then here minus C square H square. You see. Now we will try to take common from these two A square. So what happens? In the bracket we are getting A square minus C square is equal to, we will try to take common from here and here, that is H square. Again in the bracket we are getting A square minus C square and plus A square K square. Boys, if you observe, the value of A square minus C square is B square. It is because we have taken A square minus B square as C square. So if we shift this B square to right hand side and C square to left hand side, A square minus C square is equal to B square. So we can write A square B square is equal to H square B square plus A square K square. And now this is a relation in H and K. Therefore, equation to the locus. Equation to the locus. What happens? In the place of H, you have to write X, and in the place of K, you have to write Y. So what happens? That is A square B square is equal to X square B square plus A square Y square. Now divide both sides by A square B square. So what happens? A square B square by A square B square is equal to X square B square by A square B square plus A square Y square by A square B square. Now finally you will reach at this cancels out, this becomes 1, here B square cancels out and here A square cancels out. So you are getting therefore X square by A square plus Y square by B square is equal to 1. So this is your equation to the locus. And boys, further we will discuss that this is nothing but the equation of an ellipse. We will discuss in geometry. So boys, this is all about the locus. From the next turn we will start straight line in this coordinate geometry, the new topic. So boys, try to solve the problems based on locus. Yes, if you have any query, you can mail it to me, that akpgold@gmail.com, gmail.com. You can mail it, or you have to solve the problems based on locus. If you find any difficulty in any problem, you just write it to me. I will discuss it here, and then further we will start in the next video. We will start the next topic, that is a straight line. Thank you, boys.